Good morning, welcome to CATEX-TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is a live broadcast from Princeton, New Jersey. Today is Wednesday, January 6th, 2010. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. It's 4:30 p.m. in London. In Hamilton, it's 12:30 p.m. In Mexico City, it's 10:30 a.m. If you need to reach us during the broadcast, you can phone in toll-free at 1-866-67-CATEX. Overseas, our AOL Instant Mail address is CATEX-TV. Now to our main news. Some economic news from the U.S. Private sector firms in the United States eliminated only 84,000 jobs in the month of December. This is according to automatic data processing. This is the fewest number of jobs lost since March of 2008. In November, for example, 145,000 jobs were lost. The ADP jobs data comes just 2 days before the government releases its estimate of December non-farm payrolls. Oddly enough, economists surveyed by MarketWatch are looking for payrolls for the Friday release to increase by 10,000. This would be the first time, if the government confirms this prediction, that American payrolls have increased in 2 years. Yesterday, a Learjet crashed about a mile short of Chicago Executive Airport out near Wheeling, Illinois. The plane that went down was a Royal Air freight flight. The pilot and the co-pilot were killed. The plane landed in the Des Plaines River, south of the Chicago Executive Airport in Wheeling, Illinois. The NTSB said that the agency will look at everything: the systems, the structure, the engine. The Lear was making an approach to a runway at the airport at about 1:30 p.m. Central Time when it went down. The plane was heading to the airport to pick up cargo. The plane was, in fact, empty at the time of the crash, aside from the two pilots. The plane had been cleared for a normal approach on runway 34 when it went down a mile south of the airport. The plane had taken off from the Oakland County International Airport about 35 miles northwest of Detroit at about 1 p.m. It was supposed to pick cargo up at Chicago Executive Airport and then go to Atlanta. The plane's tail number was N720RA. A woman who answered the phone at Royal Air Freight, Inc. in Waterford, Michigan, declined to comment. According to airplane registration records, the plane was registered at 2141 Airport Road in Waterford, Michigan. The plane model was 35A. Manufactured by Gates Learjet Corporation. The sister company of CATEX-TV made a very big announcement today. CATEX announced that Cheddid and Associates, Cheddid is one of the fastest and largest growing insurance and reinsurance brokers in the Middle East, has signed an agreement to license the PivotPoint 2.0 reinsurance software transaction system. Cheddid operates in North Africa, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Kuwait, Qatar, Algeria, and the United Arab Emirates, as well as Egypt and Turkey. Cheddid is using the system for both its reinsurance broking operations as well as its direct insurance operations. Cheddid was founded in 1998. It provides comprehensive insurance and reinsurance solutions to over 170 insurance firms and corporations. Later this week, probably on Friday, we will be interviewing Elias Cheddid, who is a director of the company, about the decision by Cheddid to license the PivotPoint system. Well, it's very cold here in the United States. The wind chill this morning when I woke up was 14 degrees in Jacksonville, Florida. However, the people in Europe are having a much worse go of it. Severe winter weather is sweeping across the continent. Shows no signs of letting up. From Britain to Poland, schools have been closed, flights canceled, and rail services disrupted. The UK has been hit by its longest cold snap in almost 30 years. The Army has been called up in the southern part of the country in Hampshire after about 1,000 vehicles were stranded by the snow. Poland, Switzerland, Austria, countries in the Alps have already suffered serious avalanches. Many skiers have been lost since New Year, and many pensioners, particularly homeless people, have died since New Year's Day, well over 100 in Poland alone. Poor weather in Poland is impairing travel. Flights have been halted and streets were snowed under. The Bug River in the eastern part of the country overflowed, bursting its banks in the village of Buskaya. Germany has been suffering icy conditions. The Netherlands and much of northern Europe have been hit worse by the weather. In Germany, the northern city of Hanover has seen firefighters out in the streets removing giant icicles from window ledges to protect pedestrians. In extreme northern Germany, in Hamburg, icebreakers were needed to clear a path through the frozen water on the Alster Lake. Down in Dusseldorf, there was de-icing operations going on at the Dusseldorf International Airport, but no disruptions. Rescue officials in Switzerland said the bodies of 3 skiers missing after an avalanche in the center part of Switzerland had been found. This raises to 7 the death toll in the country's worst avalanche disaster. And just only 40 kilometers south of Bern, that would be about 25 miles south of Bern, the bodies of a Swiss man and woman and a German man were found. They were part of a group of off-trail skiers who were hit by an avalanche shortly before midday on Sunday, burying them. This all adds up. Royal Sun Alliance in Britain predicts that a day of severe snow would cost Britain's economy as much as £690 million. And this adds up to £14 billion over a 3-week period. RSA says that during the snowstorm of February 2009, experts predicted that 20% of Britain's workforce, or about 6.5 million people, failed to come to work. The current bad weather is even worse, meaning that the country's economic output will be hit to the tune of at least £14 billion over the next 3 weeks. Not only will business productivity fall, but local vendors, of course, will also suffer reduced turnover and may even be forced to close because of lack of trade and staff. The stock market in the U.S. is up about 13 points. We'll go to a word from our sponsors and come back with the rest of the news.
Every day, the world wakes up and goes to work, pursuing the unique opportunities that lead the global economy forward. The complexity and close connectivity of today's global marketplace is a true modern miracle that can create unparalleled success. But it takes confidence, passion, innovation, and understanding.
Enabling opportunity. Protecting capital.
Engineering innovation. Investing in your future.
Ensuring continuity.
Finding the right balance.
It takes Aon.
American International Group made another sale. Of course, now it's controlled by the U.S. government. They've agreed to sell the Canadian mortgage insurance unit called AIG United Guarantee Mortgage Insurance Company of Canada. They're selling it to a group of investors led by the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan, which is a pretty sizable pot of money that those guys sit watch over up there. Terms were not disclosed for the sale of the unit. At the end of Q3 '09, that unit had equity of about $122 million and total assets of about $263 million. Those are U.S. figures. The Canadian unit is the second largest provider of mortgage insurance in Canada. This deal comes on the heels of AIG's agreement last month to sell Israeli mortgage insurance unit EMI to the Israeli-based Harel Insurance Investment and Financial Services Group. I suppose one could deduce that Robert Benmosh has decided that mortgage insurance business is not a wave of the future for AIG. Down in Madrid, MAPFRE is making some news. They purchased a 50% stake in Finibanco Vida, the life insurance subsidiary of the Portuguese financial services company Finibanco. The acquisition is subject to regulatory approval. It'll take place through MAPFRE International and its Portuguese subsidiary MAPFRE Seguros Gerais. They'll take on the management of Finibanco Vida. The agreement provides that Finibanco will exclusively